keep adding people.
Hi, Tanvi. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I am fine as
How
well.
are you, Jisan?
I am fine as well. Can you hear me, Tanvi?
Yeah, I hear you clearly.
Okay. Today weather is too hot, no? Hi, Nandini. How are
Yeah.
you?
Good evening, sir. Too hot. It's a dampness. There is not here.
That is not here, Nandini.
Not
Hi. How
here.
are you? Can you hear me, everyone?
Yeah, I hear you clearly.
Okay.
Good evening, guys.
In the conversation
What
of
are you?
second part,
Yeah.
Good evening.
in the conversation,
Hey, Nandini. Why are you keep say something? Hey, Jafri.
Hello.
Hello, Bhaiya.
How are you?
Fine. And you?
I am also fine. Jafri,
Oh,
where are you,
हाँ
bro,
चला
these days?
at home.
Okay. Hmm.
I was disconnected.
No,
Your
no, no.
piano is damaged, Tanudi. Your piano is damaged.
Hello, Jisan.
Yeah, Tanvi, I can hear you, but not clearly because your voice is breaking this like this time.
Uh,
Like
Yeah.
you play the piano.
a few
Yeah.
a few a few minute ago my Zoom is disconnected.
Okay.
I am
Oh,
out of live online class. I was
Hello,
out of
Nandini.
okay. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's happened.
Hello.
Hello, Sarapi. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
Nandini, you are looking
I am also fine
very beautiful.
as well.
That's why I say hello.
She's shy, a shy girl, I think.
Nandini is a shy girl.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
she doesn't. She doesn't.
No, he
Yeah.
does. He does.
No,
Yes.
she
You don't know,
doesn't.
Jisan.
Maybe, Jafri. Because um, you are best friend. You are the best friend. I
Nandini is
think
a
Nandini.
talkative girl. She always
She's very
talk
talkative.
much. Yeah, she always talk much.
Good
Hello,
evening,
sir.
sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good
Good evening,
evening,
sir.
sir.
Good evening, everybody. I think,
Sir, you look very handsome.
thank you very much.
Yes,
You always look handsome, sir.
sir is always looking nice.
Yeah, Tanvi.
Hmm. Who said that?
Jafri said,
Who said sir always looks handsome?
Tanvi.
Ah, okay. Thank you, Tani.
It's very hot here.
Is it? So first thing I'm gonna do is play the whole video because you guys are struggling. Okay, so there is no other
Sir,
option.
you want to play
The
cricket
second part,
on Sunday?
Sure, why not? I would love to.
These days I regular play.
I am playing. I am
I'm playing.
खेल रहे हैं
Playing.
आजकल हम लोग खेल रहे हैं है ना खेल रहे हैं इसलिए I'm
Yes.
playing.
That's why I feel hot.
Oh, I see.
I'm feeling hot.
And that's okay.
don't stop.
After themselves is not easy. But how does that work when you are bringing up twins who have someone to depend on right next to them? The Department of Twin Research at King's College London has a database of over 12,000 twins who are taking part in a fascinating research programme. Throughout their lifetimes, the twins regularly visit St Thomas's Hospital in London to have a range of medical tests.
Two sides of your face and they will capture. Okay, so this one's your 3D photos. It's quite interesting, huh? Amazing.
Today, hundreds of pairs of twins taking part in the programme have come to a summer party at the hospital. It's a chance to meet other twins and share their experiences.
Chance to meet other twins and share their
Experiences.
So why are all
Share
these
their
twins so
experiences.
important to scientists? All identical twins like Xand and Chris share 100% of their genes. They are genetically identical.
they share 100% of their genes. They are genetically identical.
This is quite peculiar, isn't it? Amazing.
This is quite peculiar, isn't it? Oh, amazing.
Twins usually look exactly the same, and they often have very similar abilities,
They have very similar abilities.
interests, and
and
personalities.
Chris and I are similar in that we enjoy the same things. We both have a lot of the same friends.
We both did medical degrees. We did exactly the same A-levels.
We did the same medical degrees, and we did the same A
Got
level
more or less the same grades.
with more or less the same grades.
But identical twins can also be good at different things.
I think I am different to you. I think I do have some free choice.
I think I am different to you. I think I do have some free choice.
There are differences in our personalities.
There are differences in our personalities.
I remember when we were 10 and I felt, I came
Clear.
Your internet is bad, Tani.
Yes, sir.
class in every single exam.
Sir, I
You know,
have a
I-
confusion.
remember when-
Sir,
Yeah, go ahead. But talk through the text.
and
okay? Your internet is so bad that your voice is lagging and stretching. So
I
you
think
Okay.
he's saying he is confused this line.
this
I'm
line.
I'm gonna explain everything today. Okay?
Yes, sir.
we were
Okay.
10 and I felt, I think I am different to you. I think
I think I am different.
I do have some free choice.
I do have some free choice.
There are differences in our personalities.
There are differences in our personalities.
I remember when we were 10 and I
Remember when we were 10 and I
felt, I came bottom of the class in
fell, I came bottom of the class.
every single exam.
Every single exam.
And everyone said, why don't you
And everyone said, why don't you
just work a bit harder
just work a bit harder,
like your brother
like a brother,
and you do a bit better?
and you do a bit better?
So if two people are genetically identical, why is one loud and independent and the other quiet and shy? Or why does one get an illness and the other doesn't? It is these differences between identical twins that are so important to researchers. They give us a clearer picture of the influence of nature, our genes, and nurture.
Nature, our genes, and nurture. Do we have Shabnam here? No. I saw her in the breakout room. Ah, that girl. How Shabnam is here, coming again and again. And first of all, let me add Imrana. Otherwise, she will say, I am on purpose not adding her. Imrana. There you go, Imrana. You are in the group now. They are twins, but not identical twins.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Hey, good evening, Ravi. Let me ask Shabnam if she wants to come. Just a second.
How we live, influence of nature that are so important to researchers.
I don't think you guys have any problems with the background commentary, do you?
No, sir.
Background commentary is easy to understand because the accent
Yes,
is
sir.
neutral, right?
Yes, sir.
Give us a clearer picture of the influence of nature,
Gives us the clearer picture of influence of nature,
Influence of nature.
genes, and nurture, how we live, on the development of our personality,
on the development of our personality. How our personality develops depends on two things. One, nature, and the other, nurture. Nature, that is genes, and nurture, how we live. That is how our personalities will develop. So when you see a 20-year-old guy, and you see some good qualities and
Yes,
bad qualities
please
in
say
them.
loudly, sir.
I'm speaking very loudly, I guess, and everybody can hear me very clearly, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Your
Right?
voice
Yes, sir.
is very.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
whenever
No, your voice is good.
whenever somebody complains, those people who have no issues should come forward and tell them that they are not facing this problem. It's just that person's problem. Okay? Because sometimes what happens when you hear it not very clearly, not very loudly, you think maybe I'm not speaking loudly enough, or maybe the problem is from my side. But 9 out of 10 times, the problem is only on the side of the person who is facing it. Okay.
and health. And scientists hope that this can help them to identify and prevent health problems.
And scientists believe that this can help them identify and prevent health problems
in the future.
in the future.
Runyararo and Rafaro Mapfumo are twins.
Just do not expect me to say the names, okay?
Yes, sir.
They're twins.
They live together in East London.
My name is Rafaro Mapfumo. I'm 20 years old. I'm 23 minutes.
Rufaro Mapfumo. Rufaro Mapfumo. She's 20 years old. I'm 20 years old.
older than my twin sister, and
together in East London.
my name is Rafara Matfumo. I'm 20 years old. I'm 23 minutes older than my twin sister.
She's 23 minutes older than her twin sister.
And I study biomedical science at
She studies biomedical science
Middlesex University.
at Middlesex University.
I'm Ringarara Matfumo, also 20 years old, and I'm studying film and visual effects
I'm also 20 years old and I'm studying films
at
and
Sheffield Hallam University.
at some university.
For Rafaro and Runyararo, there are many more advantages to being twins than disadvantages.
For these two girls, there are many more advantages to being twins than disadvantages. For these two girls, there are many more advantages to being twins than disadvantages. इन दोनों के हिसाब से देखा जाए तो इन दोनों को लगता है कि ट्विन होने के फायदे कई ज्यादा हैं डिसएडवांटेजेस से. There are many more advantages to being twins than disadvantages.
Having a double wardrobe is great.
Having a double wardrobe is great.
As a twin.
As a twin.
One of the advantages about being a twin
One of the advantages of being a twin is
getting to play tricks on people.
Getting to play tricks on people.
When we were younger, we
swapped classes. Swapped classes. When we were younger, we swapped classes. I went to her class, she went to my class, we swapped classes.
Swap means badalna, sir.
Yes, exactly. We swapped classes. She went to my class, I went to her class, we swapped classes.
You just spell it, sir.
Come again, SWAPPED, swapped.
Swapped means, sir? Swapped.
We had the word at the elementary level, and I'll explain. If I, wife swapping is such a common term everybody knows about. In some societies, people, exchange wives. They say, hey, you sleep with my wife, I'll sleep with your wife. That is wife swapping. I don't know whether it is wife swapping or husband swapping. If the initiative is taken by the woman, then it is husband swapping. If the initiative is taken by the husband, then it is wife swapping, but it is the same thing actually. Okay. Okay. Swapping is clear. SWAPPING. When you meet a girl or a boy on the train, on the bus, and you get along very well, then do you swap your numbers? Do you swap your numbers?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay, I often do that. When I meet somebody and I really get along with them, then we swap numbers. I give them my number, I take their number. This is swapping numbers. We swap numbers. It's common.
Sir, when we played Luka Chupi, then we swapped our clothes.
We swap what?
Clothes, T-shirt or shirt.
Clothes?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, now you understand? And did you swap lunch at school?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. You eat my lunch, I will eat your lunch. You are swapping lunch boxes.
Sir, in case the number is not a thing, sir. This is the only number. In this case, sir, I think swap is the thing that we will exchange.
Exactly. Swap means exchange.
To each other.
Swap means exchange.
Sir, in the number, when we save to someone number in our phone, in this sentence, sir,
I understand why you are saying. I totally understand your point, Faizan. But that's the beauty, or that's the problem with the language. It's not very scientific. You have to learn different uses. Okay, and that's why I don't teach one word. If you notice, I'm not teaching you swap. I'm teaching you phrases. Swap numbers, swap wives, swap lunch boxes, and this is how you develop an understanding. If I teach only swap, okay, then you will never learn to use it. I'm teaching you phrases, if you notice, right?
That I know, sir. In these phrases, almost the sense of all phrases are the same, but
Exchange.
only one.
Exchange.
Yeah, yeah,
You
but
exchange
only
phone
one.
numbers. You exchange phone numbers too. We
Yeah,
exchanged our phone numbers. We exchanged our
Sir,
phone numbers.
but
We swapped our
you
numbers.
describe the first sentence. I am afraid this word.
Why are you afraid? You should be excited. Well, okay. Um, swap children, swap families, swap families. You live with my family for a few weeks or a few days, and I will live with your family for a few days. We swap families. Are you ready? Okay, if you had to swap families, who would you swap your family with? If you had to swap families, whose family would you swap? No answer.
No,
Uh,
sir. I love my family.
but for 1 week or 1 month, can't you do that?
1 week too long.
1 week is too long. 1 week is too long. सबाजी की इंग्लिश देखो दोस्तों. 1 week is too long. हाँ? क्या बात है सबाजी. 2 की फीलिंग आ गई आपको. हाँ? 1 week is
रहा
too
नहीं जाता।
long. ये नहीं गौर करो. 1 week is too long. वाओ सबाजी गौर किया आपने क्या बोला? 1 week is too long. अलग बात है कि आपने इस छोड़ दिया था. That's okay. पर आपने टू बोला. जैसे बोला है वही उसकी मीनिंग है. समझ गई? इसको कहते
Yes,
हैं
sir.
जैसा आप सुनते रहोगे वैसा बोलना शुरू करोगे. ठीक है. आप सबके लाइफ से जब इस क्लास में जब जुड़े उसके पहले तक ये सुनना ही मिसिंग था. जो आप सुने इस क्लास में जुड़ने के बाद द ऑडियो फाइल्स मी द वीडियोस ऑल दीज थिंग्स उससे डेवलप होती है. बाकी आपकी सारी खूब मेहनत आपकी है. बट सिर्फ ये इनपुट यहाँ आने के बाद आपको मिला. दैट्स ऑल. बट ऑल द हार्ड वर्क ऑल द क्रेडिट गोज टू यू फॉर वॉट एवर यू हैव लर्न. बट दैट input you got when you joined here. Okay, because मैं बार बार बोलता हूँ this input has to be comprehensible input. क्या होना चाहिए? समझ में आने लायक इनपुट होना चाहिए. इसीलिए एलिमेंट्री से शुरू किया, यहाँ से नहीं शुरू किया था. इस कोर्स से शुरू करूँ तो हो सकता है कुछ अलग बात हो, लेकिन सक्सेस नहीं होगा. पैसे के मामले में, इज्जत के मामले में बात अलग होगी, बट सक्सेस आपके लिए नहीं होगा. ओके
सर सच कहूँ तो मैंने तो दिस दैट से शुरू किया. बिल्कुल मेरा तो लेवल ही नहीं था.
सही कह
इतना
रही
आ
हो
गया
आप.
तो बहुत मतलब क्या बोले, जिंदगी भर एहसान रहेगा आपका.
और हम आपके शुक्रगुजार रहेंगे कि आपने मुझे ये मौका दिया आप पे एहसान करने का.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm looking for people like you, सबाजी. और मैंने आपको प्रॉमिस किया था, याद करिए. ठीक है कि प्री इंटरमीडिएट शुरू से होने तो दीजिए. आप कैसे आप दौड़ेंगे हम देखेंगे. क्योंकि आई कुड सी द वे यू आर गोइंग. जहाँ मुश्किल थी, जहाँ गलत जा रहे थे, मैंने रोका भी है, सुनाया भी है, जी भर के सुनाया. आई हैव गिवन यू अ माउथफुल. राइट. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैंने परवाह की है. बहुत बार सुनाया आप लोगों को.
Yes,
भरपेट
sir.
सुना दिया है. गो ऑन रवि. Ravi raised hand.
Sir, I will swap your family.
Come again, Vanisha.
I will swap your family.
Okay, my family. So.
There I get to learn English the whole day.
Okay, interesting. Ravi.
Sir, yesterday night I
Last
watched
night.
last night I watched your elementary class video, and you spell plumber. So
Plumber.
it's a plumber, yeah, plumber. Yeah, its pronunciation is plumber.
Plumber. Be silent.
But you spell plumber.
Maybe I might have said that. Old habit might have kicked in. In some moments when you are very, very relaxed, sometimes you end up saying the old pronunciation that you are used to. For the maybe 20, 30 years of my life, I kept saying plumber, plumber, plumber. So maybe I said plumber. Not a big deal. The right pronunciation is plumber. Be silent.
And second question, sorry, second request is mine. Why don't you invite both of them, new students? in this class one day.
Oh, you already saw them. You already heard their story, right? What they said.
Yes, sir, me too.
Because sir, in these days,
I like your 5:30 class recording, sir.
Oh,
sir, in these
yeah.
days,
And
Oh,
Sir
yeah.
Samnam ji
I
and
was
Faisal.
Unfortunately, I also watched that. Well, I did not watch always, but today's video I watched it. Not today's, yesterday's video.
Yesterday's, yeah.
And not all the time. Where you were mentioning that what was the name, Sabnam? Yeah, you were saying that this Sabnam was also a part of that coaching center. Then I heard, oh, she is now here.
Yeah. You know, the funniest part was the way they waited for me downstairs. I was like,
I
you
like
really?
I like sir the base he speak
Yeah, yeah.
because she looks like a Savaji.
She gives you that vibe, doesn't she? She's also married. She's got a beautiful, cute girl. You know, I think 8, 9 years of age, and she's a responsible woman with a lot of.
When her video was closed, I thought he's a boy, but when she opened her camera, I
ओ
look.
करेक्शन यही करेक्शन मैं ही करता हूँ और नहीं तो आप खुद से भी कर सकते हैं सुन के गौर करके. When her video was off, I thought it was a boy. क्योंकि अब आपको पता ही नहीं है तो जिस कारण बोल रहे तो आप क्या बोल सकते हैं. गौर करो यहाँ पे. He was a boy, she was a boy बोलने का मतलब कि आप पहले ही से कुछ ये कर रहे हो. He बोल रहे हो, he. ठीक है. He किसके लिए बोल रहे हो भाई, कोई था ही नहीं. तो जब ऐसे सिचुएशन हो तो हाँ पे it बोलना. देखो, when the video was off or when her video was off, I thought it was a boy. When she turned her video on, then I realized, oh, it was a girl actually. Got it? Everybody, did you understand the use of it in this situation when the gender is not clear?
Yes.
Mm.
And sir, last question is mine. She speaks English and Spanish, and she is able to speak Spanish and English. So what's the difference in both of them?
शब्दों को ट्रांसलेट कर लो बेटा, सबसे आसान है एकदम समझना डिफरेंस. वो बोलती है, वो बोलने लायक है, वो उसमें बोलने की क्षमता है ना? यही बोला आपने. एक में आपने कहा वो बोलती है और दूसरे में आपने कहा उसको बोलना आता है, उसको बोलने की क्षमता है. शी इज एबल टू डिफीट यू. उसमें क्षमता है आपको डिफीट करने की. राइट? आसान है ना? इसी है. कुछ नहीं उलझना. जब आपको लगे ना कि दो सेंटेंसेस की मीनिंग लगभग एक है, वर्ड्स अलग अलग है, तो आप अपने ही हिंदी में भी देखना कि अलग अलग वर्ड्स कह के बोलते हैं कि नहीं.
I watched that video, your elementary 5:30 batch, and I thought कि that time I need to put in a group, but I don't know why I stopped, and I ask you now.
नो प्रॉब्लम्स. जैसे कि मैंने बताया, जब आपको लगे कि दो सेंटेंसेस की मीनिंग लगभग एक है बट वर्ड्स आर डिफरेंट, तो आप उसको मदर टंग में अपने देखना कि आप भी ऐसा करते हो कि एक ही बात दो तरीके से बोलते हो. अगर हाँ तो बस वही है और क्या. जैसे मैं बोलता हूँ आई कैन स्पीक स्पेनिश, आई स्पीक स्पेनिश. क्या है? मैं स्पेनिश बोलता हूँ, मुझे स्पेनिश बोलना आता है. मैंने यही बोला. आगे आप समझ जाओ दोनों की हिंदी में क्या फर्क है, आपको पता है, आपकी मदर टंग है. वही फर्क है उसमें इंग्लिश में भी. आई स्पीक स्पेनिश, आई कैन स्पीक स्पेनिश. ओके.
जैसे एक शब्द सर सेंटेंस में यूज हो सकता है, जैसे तुमको जाना चाहिए, और एक होता है वो जाना पहचाना है.
अरे गजब, क्या बात है फैजान, सुपर. और वो जाना में रहता है. जाना एक पास में गांव है.
Who, sir?
I have a
I
student.
went there yesterday.
You went there. I have a student from Jana. I had in the past. I'm forgetting his name. Such a lovely student he was. Who?
Talha, it was Talha who
Talha,
sent me.
Talha recommended my class to Arish. Yes. Let's continue, shall we?
Yes.
A few times, which was interesting. I went to her maths class and she went to my English class.
I went to her math class and she went to
I
my
went
English
to
class. We stopped classes. Ab samajh mein aa raha hai? We stopped classes.
And we swapped because we thought it would be really funny.
And we swapped because we thought it would be really funny. And we swapped because we thought it would be really funny. And we swapped. हम लोग अदला बदली कर लेते थे क्योंकि हम लोग को लगता था मजा आएगा. We thought it would be really funny.
We never got caught though.
We never got caught.
We used to look even more similar.
We still look even more similar. We used to look even more similar. Used to look. बचपन की बात करिए ना, when she was at school, we used to look even more similar. हम लोग तो और ज़्यादा एक जैसे लगते थे. We used to look even more similar. We used to look even more similar.
And you, what would you?
When they were teenagers, the Matfumo twins did some acting.
And one more request, guys, at least you guys are my students. When you watch the YouTube video, which is public, give a like, because, the like helps videos spread faster and wider,
so, okay, sir. I will. Earlier I was did, but in these days
Earlier I used to. Earlier
I used to. But in these days I watch lots of video, but I forget to like, because when I like lots of video and they recommend lots of blah blah. That's why I didn't do.
Well, at least this much you can do when you're
And today,
watching any
today I
public
watch
video.
her video. I share a link, and today she said nicely way. But you said first of the day when I was joined. But sometimes happen that we cannot focus on that point.
I'm so sorry, but I think I didn't understand at all what you said.
I'm saying, sir, you were saying whole in class whole journey ki please listen the audio, please watch the video, please listen the video. But it's lots of student and me too ignore, and that is not necessary. But I watch a video in these days regularly, so I realize that what it happened and what's helpful.
So you have started to realize the power of listening.
Yeah, because because you shared a video. First time I watched, I stuck some point. But when I watched and listened in this headphone, with this headphone, so I don't have any point.
Wow, very good, very nice. These headphones, by the way, these headphones.
If you play this video, I'm sharing a link. So she's very she come from not very rich people. She's coming from
She
poor
comes from
family.
she comes from a poor family. She comes from.
But when she needs when she got a time and she doesn't care where I am, she can learn and she can speak in English, and she makes a video on upload on YouTube.
Yep. Where there is a will, there is a way.
But Ravi sir was saying to like his videos as a class
Public
recording.
videos, public
Yes, sir,
videos.
public
Videos
videos.
that I share as public. I share a lot of videos as private.
I mentioned Sabaji. I mentioned earlier in my
He said that he used to like my videos. These days he's not liking them because
because
he's just watching a lot of videos.
When you check your history, I was there.
Okay. Fine. Let's continue with the video. And yep.
They learnt new skills, but as at school, they were still able to take each other's place when necessary.
They were able to take each other's place when necessary.
The next screening of Indiana Jones, please. It's at 3:30.
This is a video they were part of. They acted in this video.
Because they were twins, they once had the chance to work on
Because they were twins, once they had a chance to work on
Harry Potter film.
They would give us one role and...
The next screening of Indiana Jones, please. It's at 3:30.
Because they were twins, they once had the chance to work on a Harry Potter film.
Look at this preposition here. How interesting is it? No? Because they were twins, they once had a chance to work on a Harry Potter film.
On है Harry Potter.
भाई इतना उलझने का नहीं है। प्रीपोजिशंस पहले ही बता चुका हूँ, सिमेंटिक का हिस्सा है। कोई प्रीपोजिशन तो तुम रखते ही ना, इन रखते ना, वो ऑन बोल रहा है, इसका मतलब उस एरिया में जहां से वो आ रहे हैं ऑन सही माना जाता है, सिमेंटिकली। ओके, इट्स इन यूज, यू हैव टू जस्ट एक्सेप्ट इट। बाकी बहस करके कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला है। ओके, बिकॉज कोई ग्रामेटिकल डिफरेंस नहीं है, बिकॉज यू आर यूजिंग अनदर प्रीपोजिशन इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट प्रीपोजिशन, दैट्स ऑल। बट प्रीपोजिशन कोई ये लॉजिकल चीज तो है नहीं। होते तो अफ्रेड ऑफ डॉग्स क्यों होता, अफ्रेड फ्रॉम डॉग्स होता। आई एम अफ्रेड फ्रॉम डॉग्स, बात समझ में आ रही है? लेकिन वहां
And sir,
ओ एफ होता है। हाँ जी।
and sir, you told when we watched your video that you upload on YouTube, okay, we like, sir, and we can put comment question
थैंक यू,
in a
थैंक यू।
comment.
यस यस रवि, जानबूझ के कुछ कुछ लिख दिया करो यार, ताकि उसको स्प्रेड होने में हेल्प मिले। A video which has more comments and more likes is kind of pushed by YouTube algorithm. You know, the algorithm of YouTube pushes those videos.
Algorithm will be hack.
Will be
Hack.
I don't know. I can't hack the algorithm of YouTube. I don't think it's my cup of tea.
They would give us one role and
they gave us one role,
divide that between us.
Divide that between us.
So I would go on set for 3 hours.
So I was gone on the set for 3 hours. I was on the set for 3 hours.
While Renuara was in school.
While Renuara was in school.
And then once I'd finished and
once I'd finished my time on the set, once I'd finished my time on the set.
My time on set, they used to swap us over.
On set. Let's listen.
I would go on set for 3 hours while Renuara was
on a Harry Potter film.
They would give us one role and divide that between us. So I would go on set for 3 hours while Renuara was in school. And then once I'd finished and I'd had my time on set, they used to swap us over.
They used to swap us over. They used to swap us over when I finished my time, 3 hours on set. Then they used to swap us over. Okay, now you go to school, and she would come here. So they were twins. That's why they managed to do it.
So I suppose that's good because even though we got to do what we
I suppose that was good because that's good because even if we
loved, we still, then once I'd finished and I'd had my time on set, they used to swap us over.
They used to swap us over.
So I suppose that's good.
I suppose that's good because
even though we got to
even देखो यही होता है बोल you know जब वो होता है क्या unscripted, पहले वो बोली B फिर बोली even B, ठीक है, गौर करो, just notice.
Renuara was in school and then once I'd finished and I'd had my time on set, they used to swap us over. So I suppose that's good because even though we got to do what we loved,
even that we got to do what we loved,
we still had enough time to go to school and get a really good education.
A really good education. So basically, she's saying that yes, being a twin helped us a lot with that, job on that film. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to do it because they were students. They had to attend classes as well. But they managed to work on the film and attend classes at the same time because they were twins, because they shared the burden. You know, when one girl was on set working on the film, the other girl was attending classes, and then the other girl would come and work on set of the film, and she would go and attend the class, the first one, right? So that is how they swapped classes.
Well,
swapped places.
There's a bit more of a joker. She likes to make everybody laugh.
She likes making everybody laugh.
Whereas
I am
possibly be seen more
as a serious person. अब वो बोल रही है तो थोड़ी ना वो बोलेगी कि elementary or pre-intermediate, वो बोल रही है भाई. It is a real interview, right? They are not actors. They are actually doing this interview for what they are. Okay. So notice how she says
education as well. Rufaro is a bit more of a joker.
Rufaro is a a bit more of a joker. Rubar, whatever is the name, is more of a joker.
She likes to make everybody laugh.
She likes making everybody laugh.
Whereas I could possibly
I can possibly
be seen as more serious.
I can possibly be seen as more serious. Means people think she's more serious.
Renuaro has a lot of patience.
Renuaro has a lot of patience.
And I think when you do film,
when you do filming,
need to have a lot of
you need to have a lot of patience
and kind of speak to
the
people you're working with and
people you're working with,
artists,
and
be able to
guide
them patiently. Whereas I kind of want things done
then and there.
I have a little bit less patience.
I have a little bit less patience.
It's always nice having somebody
that you have
a close connection to.
It's always nice to have somebody you have a close connection to.
And having a twin, I don't think there's a stronger bond.
And having a twin, I don't think there is a stronger bond.
And it's like living with your best friend.
It's like living with your best friend. Really. हो गया कोई और भी अभी भी मुश्किल है उसमें? It's just accent problem, okay? And informal speech.
No, sir, finally I recognize their lines.
Okay. Understand. Instead of recognize, I understand what they're saying. Say it this way. I understand what they're saying. Well, just wanted to say, not because your English is bad. No. If your English was bad, you wouldn't understand what they were saying when I repeated the same words. It was just the way they were saying it. You see, they were speaking casually. They were not pronouncing things so clearly because they were not speaking for a formal thing. The same girls, if they are somewhere else for a formal job, they'll speak differently. Okay. It was just an informal, casual interview.
I love that. That's nice seeing that. Yeah, us dressed the same with our jackets. I think that's probably when we looked most similar, actually. Yeah.
I think that's when we probably looked most similar. I
love that. That's nice seeing that. Yeah, us dressed the same.
Our dress the same.
With our jackets. I think that's probably when we looked most.
That's probably when we looked most
similar, actually. Yes.
Most similar, actually. That's probably when we look most similar. There is a time when, these twins look really similar, very difficult. And as they grow older, some of them start to look a bit different from each other. Don't you remember those two girls we read about in our main book, that they are beginning to look slightly different and one girl is unhappy about it?
Yeah, we do.
Rachel Mapfumo is the mother of the Mapfumo twins.
For our audition, our first very much audition as twins. Yes.
Our first audition as twins.
I remember buying those t-shirts in
I remember buying this t-shirt.
Spencer's. Yeah.
Again, they're talking casually to each other. They're not even speaking for the audience like very clearly.
So what's it like raising identical twins?
What is it like raising identical twins? Remember the structure? What is it like? What is it like being the only child of your parents? कैसा लगता है इकलौता बच्चा होना? Huh? What is it like not being able to speak English? Okay. Give me a second.
Twins.
Give me a second. Anji, let's continue.
To rely a lot on my.
What's it like? You have to rely a lot.
Buying those t-shirts in Marks and Spencer's. Yeah.
So, what's it like raising identical twins?
I had to rely a lot on my.
I had to rely a lot on my parents as a mother. When I was raising two twins, I had to rely a lot on my parents.
Because having two babies, they had different times of feeding.
Having two babies, they had different times of feeding. When you have one baby, you feed and then you are relaxed, right? But when you have twins, you have to feed one and then you have to feed another.
That was one of the difficulties.
That was one of the difficulties. Different times of feeding.
Different types of sleeping.
Different times of sleeping.
And so you find if you didn't have any help,
if you didn't have any help,
then you'll be up 24/7.
You'd be up 24/7. You'd be up 24/7. You'd be up. You'll not be able to sleep if you don't have any help.
Another difficulty is the cost.
Another difficulty is the cost. Raising two children is expensive.
Everything you pay for is double.
Everything you pay for is double. True. Milk, clothes, education.
Not so much when they're young.
Not so much when they're young.
But when they're older.
When they're older.
It becomes very costly.
It becomes very costly.
Our spotlight picture.
I really like the mother's style of speaking, how she speaks softly.
I was bonded right from.
Between the older, it means teenager. When
हाँ जब थोड़े बड़े हो जाते हैं जब वो बड़े हो जाते हैं वो जरूरी नहीं कि टीनेजर तुम लोग अपने शब्दों को इतना कॉम्प्लिकेट क्यों करते भाई उसने कहा when they are older when they were older जब वो थोड़े बड़े हो गए बस यही कहा ना ओल्डर अब वो टीनेजर तक तुम क्यों पहुंचे लेकिन हाँ उसका कहने का मतलब था जब बच्चे थे तो उतना ज्यादा नहीं फर्क पड़ता था बताता हूँ क्यों when they were older they had to go to school they had to buy dresses they had to buy more clothes okay small kids when they are 2-3 years old they don't have to go everywhere right they don't need do you spend a lot of money on the clothes of 2-3-year-olds no but when they're 6 7 8 9 10 then you have to spend a lot more money on their clothes okay because they go out more often they need more clothes then school admission stationery food
Best day I used to keep them more or less together.
I used to keep them more or less together. More or less has been used twice. I used to keep them more or less together.
They had different cribs. They had, separate chairs.
They had different cribs, palna, cribs. They had different cribs, but the same chair.
But for some reason, they always used to reach out for each other.
But for some reason, they always used to reach out for each other. They had different cribs. Okay. होता अलग अलग सोते थे लेकिन वो किसी तरह से for some reason they used to reach out for each other दोनों एक दूसरे के पास पहुंच ही जाते थे
or look out for each other
or look out for each other अच्छा phrase है look out for each other you have a brother कोई कुछ उसके साथ उलट पुलट करे तुम क्या करते हो तुरंत आ जाते हो सामने right you look out for each other वो भी वैसे ही करता है भाई कुछ को कुछ बोलेगा कौन बोला रहा है तो you look out for each other so your parents this is your parents' job. They grow you, they raise you in a way that you look out for each other. And nothing makes parents happier when they see their children looking out for each other. But in some cases, children become so, I will say, unhappy with each other. They have such dislike for each other. They just don't get along at all with each other. And parents find it really, really upsetting, because they love them both, all their children the same, and they don't see their children getting along, and they can do nothing about it. Tell me, guys, how well do you get along with your, siblings? Are you making your parents happy, or you are giving them a lot of headaches?
When I speak a lot, so that both of them very irritated, but when I quiet
when I am quiet
they are making please speak something
say something okay Well, I think you don't fight with your brother a lot. I mean, a little bit fight is totally healthy, I would say.
No, I'm
Disagreement.
not. I'm not fighting
I
with him.
fight
I
with my
don't.
Because,
sister.
sir, I'm thinking because he's big brother, and I'm thinking he's my
I'm
father.
thinking क्यों बोल रहे भाई?
I
मैं
think,
सोच
he's my
तुम
father.
सोचोगे तो सही बोलोगे. अब तुम्हारे दिमाग में नॉलेज है. बस तुम अपनी आदत सुधारो थोड़ी थोड़ी.
Okay.
Okay? Yes.
That's why I'm not.
Yeah. You don't quarrel with him. You know what, Ravi? I feel the same way. When I was your age, when I was a kid, I used to fight with my brother so much. I used to punch him easily. But after a certain age, I started feeling guilty when I hit him, you know? And suddenly my personality changed towards him. I couldn't think of hitting him, just couldn't. Even if he did, I would maybe stop him from hitting me, or maybe I would go and complain, but I would not hit him back because I knew he
And,
was my
and
elder
sir,
brother.
one thing. Outside my house or me, and I don't care who is my relative and another person. If someone telling me anything, I don't care who is.
You don't respect the relationship.
I don't care. If
You
you
don't
came,
care.
I will fight the war.
Yes, I know. Your brother told me. And guess what? Guess what
Because sir,
happened?
in one day happen. One
Let me first
person.
stop the recording. Let me first stop the recording. I'm gonna say something. Resume, you should have said. Resume.
Uh,
Resume the recording.
resume the recording.
Sir, can we use this line that you should join the meeting if we want to say तुम मीटिंग जल्दी ही ज्वाइन कर लोगे.
Okay, हाँ, तुम जल्दी ज्वाइन कर लोगे. कैसे बोलोगे आप?
Not जल्दी. तुम मीटिंग में जुड़ जाओगे. You
हाँ
should
हाँ.
join the meeting. Can we say this like this?
ये मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा. कैसे ये चलेगा? जुड़ जाओगे. You should. जुड़ जाओगे. Should. Should is what I think is the right thing to do. Should means what I think is the right thing to do.
Sometimes I heard this word, sir, and also right now when I was joining the meeting again, it says on the screen that you should join the meeting.
हाँ
So
हाँ,
I
फाइन.
don't get
You
it.
should join the meeting. सही है. उसकी हिंदी आपने यही क्यों करी, ये मैं नहीं समझ पा रहा कि जुड़ जाओगे.
Because I have clicked on join and I was about to join the screen. So
नहीं 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 नहीं. ना, should का मतलब ये नहीं होता है कि जुड़ जाओगे.
And if something is happening to Runyararo that she's not happy,
If something is happening to Rinyaro that she's not happy,
Rufaro can pick it up.
the other one can pick it up. The other one can pick it up. When something is wrong with one, the other one can pick it up.
She was in the library and she left to go to the toilet, and
She was in the library and she left to go to the toilet. And
when she got back, her
when she got back,
laptop had been stolen, and she was quite upset. She hadn't rang me or she hadn't rang his
her laptop was stolen and she was quite upset.
sister. But at the moment when she was so desperate, her sister rang her from London to say if she was all right, because
And then her sister from London called. They were in two different places. One person lost her laptop in the library. She went to the toilet and she came back. The laptop was gone. So that kind of thing doesn't only happen in India. Okay. Anyways, so the other girl from London called. Are you all right? It means she had a feeling that something is wrong with my sister. Wow, what a coincidence, or there is really a connection.
she just felt something was going on.
She just felt something was going on.
So it's things like that as well, even when they're apart,
Even when they're apart, this is the things like this. Even when they're
that
apart,
they can still communicate.
they can still communicate.
Know if one is in trouble or if one is not happy, or if one is happy for that matter. They've got a very close bond. I don't worry so much about them because I know they've got each other.
I don't worry about them because I know they've got each other. Lovely. They've got a lovely bond and everything. That was easy.
They talk to one another, and the most interesting is at the moment to see them grow up to be very confident and individual young ladies.
As a mother, she's very happy with the way they are shaping up, growing up as individual, independent ladies. All right. So that is all. Finally, the video is over, guys. And if you still have any confusions, please ask. Don't worry, okay? I can still answer them. because I realized yesterday it was getting a little too difficult and complicated, going from one certain point timestamp to another timestamp. So I decided to play it whole. Now, let's continue with the book.
Sir, if you don't mind, could you please play that link when I was here?
You want me to play somebody else's video in the class?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it but I'll have to stop the recording. You never know, there will be what is that thing called?
Copyright.
Copyright strike.
Nah.
Why not?
Because of, you are putting on voice. That's why.
We need enough water, and thank God that weather supported us, and yesterday we got the heavy rainfall. That is why, as a result, we are able to plant the paddy. So I want to tell you one thing also. See, this field, it seemed very big. Since we came here, it seemed that just like we could not complete this work. But bit by bit, we started planting, and now we are on the verge of finishing this work.
Wow.
So same, I want to tell you that when you start learning this language or anything in life, when you do so, like in starting, it seems that that work is so big, that work is so heavy, or like, let's suppose, for instance, learning this language, it seems it's too difficult, too challenging to learn English language. But once we start, bit by bit, we start learning things, and that's how we learn and have get the good command on this language. Same like this paddy field, because when I came here, it seemed that okay, this field is so big, and completing this, it could take a lot of time and all. I was just getting impatient. But when we started doing bit by bit, see, it takes a lot of time to do this work. Not a lot, even it takes time. It is time taking work. Okay, so we started doing, and afterward, bit by bit, we are on the verge of completing. So see how people are doing, and weather is so cool, and it's early in the morning. I came 5 o'clock, exactly 5 o'clock we reached in our farm. Why we came here rapidly or very early in the morning? Because see, in this season also it's very hot, and in hot season doing these kinds of work, it is.
If you guys notice, there are a lot of words she's pronouncing very differently, like because and all that. Okay. What does it show? It shows that she has learned from listening. Why is she saying it that way? Because if she hadn't listened, she wouldn't be saying because. However, it's not very accurate or something, but still, one thing is clear, that she has been listening to English for a long time, right? And that's why she's speaking this way. Guys, there is a simple lesson. Keep listening, okay? And again, you don't have to twist your tongue at all. You just can speak naturally like an Indian does, without any special accent, European accent, okay? And it will sound good. It will sound absolutely good. Nobody wants you or expects you to sound like a European when you are not, okay? When you are an Asian, when you are from India, they expect you to speak with an Indian accent. As long as your accent is easy to understand, it's fine.
It's very tedious, okay? That is why we thought, let's try to get up early in the morning.
So the video is in the group. The rest of it, you guys can watch. That girl deserves all the respect for all the hard work she has put in. It's not easy to be able to speak the way she's speaking. All right, and she got most of her sentences grammatically correct as well. Absolutely impressive. That's what I will say about what she's doing.
Excuse me, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, can I leave the class?
Sure, no problems.
Thank you, sir.
Here, we are finally on page number 23, everybody. Vocabulary and speaking, my perfect day. Work with a partner, match the verbs and phrases. Everybody do it in your book. Imrana, you have the books, don't you?
Sir, you know
Yes,
him?
sir, I have.
Of course I do. Of course I do. The boy, one of those guys who dropped out of the course. So people told them learning English was a short-term thing. That's why they just lost patience midway. Match the verbs and the phrases, guys.
Sir, it's in the main book. Is it in the main book?
Yeah. Color printed book is the main book. Black and white. The practice book doesn't have any color. It's black and white. Play games on my phone. Do
Puzzles.
puzzles. Do you like doing puzzles? Go
To the gym.
Go to the gym.
gym. Go to the gym. Some are saying gym, some are saying gym. It's gym. Go to the gym.
Gym.
Have
Have a lion.
Have a lion.
Have a lion. Means to
But
have
I
a
don't
lion.
understand this line, sir. Have
To,
a
to,
lion.
to spend longer in bed than usual in the morning. Even after waking up, you stay in bed just relaxing, lying. That is called to have a lion. Which is the most common
Lion.
day for having a lion?
Sir,
Holiday. Holiday on holiday.
Yeah.
staying up
Come again?
even after staying up.
No. Even after waking up. Even after waking up, you stay in bed. You stay in bed. You don't get out of bed. Which season is the best to have a lion?
Winter.
Winter, of
Winter
course.
season.
Okay. Next. Meet.
Meet friends for a drink.
Meet
Friends
friends
for a drink.
Watch.
Dramas on
Dramas on TV.
Watch dramas on TV. Chat.
on the
Chat on the
On the
phone.
phone. On the phone.
Chat on the phone. Go out.
for a meal.
For a
Out
meal.
for
Go
a
out
meal.
for a meal.
For a meal. Meal.
Meal.
Meal.
For a meal. Next. Listen to.
Music.
Music.
Listen
Do.
to music. Do nothing.
Do nothing.
And listen to
Do
music मतलब
nothing.
music सुनना, face music मतलब face music मतलब डांट सुनना. Listen to music means music सुनना. Face music means it's an
That.
idiom. It's an idiom in English.
Told by some.
Face music. Whose mic is it? Noisy?
It's
Thank
very
you.
irritating, sir.
Yeah, very, very, very.
It is stopped, no?
Yes, now we don't hear that. Thank you,
So
whoever
it
it
was
was.
not mine.
No problems. Whoever it was, thank you very much for muting. Next. Do
Nothing.
Do
do
not.
nothing. Do nothing.
Nothing.
Is it your favorite activity? Doing nothing?
Yes, sometime.
I don't think you are that kind of woman who will just sit doing nothing.
If
Yes.
something is
Sometimes.
benefit
I
of
don't.
that work, so I will do. Otherwise, not.
I don't know. I don't know if Sabaji is that kind of woman who will just sit and do nothing. I don't really believe that. If she told me,
She,
she will.
she wants to do, but she can't.
I don't know.
Yes,
Means
right.
that's not my personality either, to just sit and do nothing. Actually, I sometimes challenge myself to do so. That, okay, Vinay, let's do nothing. Just sit and do nothing. Even when I go to the toilet, I have to have my mobile with me. I can't
What
help
did
it.
you watch? What did
Yeah.
you watch? Instagram reel.
Whatever, text my students back. So many times, the replies I give you, especially feedback. When I'm in my toilet,
And
what can I do? I'm
answer,
just going through the messages, sentences in the group, and I respond to them.
sir.
अब
Suppose
लड़के
that,
देखते समय थोड़ा सोचेंगे ओ ओ ओ ओके चलो कोई नहीं.
sir. Suppose that your phone
Falls in
will
the
be.
toilet.
So what will be happen?
I will not drop it in the toilet because
Because you are using Android.
no, I don't. I won't drop it there. No way, because I think it will. It is never on the top of the commode. It is
Maybe
always.
by chance.
That has to be a very, very, very bad, accident.
Are you going to putting out?
Am I going to? Okay, will you take it out? Will you?
Take it out.
If it fell, I would. I won't. I won't flush my 15,000 rupees mobile phone. I'm for sure about it. I won't flush it. I'll take it out. Okay. Sorry, Manisha, I couldn't hear you.
She is only laughing.
Okay. Guys, wanna wrap
Sir,
up
what was the
early?
sentence? I have to
Sentence.
have my mobile with me in bathroom.
Even in the toilet, yeah. Zaruri रहता है हमारा. 2 days ago, I challenged myself and I left my mobile out and I felt very good. Chalo yaar. Further के लिए तो I sat doing nothing. Actually, I was doing something, but that should not count. That should not count. Okay. Guys, I think I'll wrap up. Okay. We will carry on with these things tomorrow. Okay. Do you want to do some exercises at home, maybe? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, exercise 3 will be your homework. I'm feeling bad that, that married lady who was our student in the pre-intermediate is no longer regular and not getting to hear from her at all. What was her name? Smita. Smita. This often happens when people are directly in the pre-intermediate. They don't really appreciate the class, enjoy the class as much as other guys do, other students do. Or
And
maybe
sir,
she has.
where is she, sir?
Who?
She is from
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
She must be busy. She would come when she finds time. I don't worry about her, but I'm worried about Smita. Okay. Fine then. Let's meet tomorrow and do the exercises, guys.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Manisha.
Have a good day at work.
Uh-huh.
So can we say have a good day at a school, and can we say have a good day at market?
क्या बात है? किस have a good time shopping we say. Have a good time. पूरा दिन कौन बिताता है मार्केट में मेरे भाई? जैसे जैसे 5-6 घंटे स्कूल में बिताते हो, 5-6 घंटे ऑफिस में बिताते हो, तो हैव अ गुड डे एट स्कूल, हैव अ गुड डे एट
Sir,
वर्क। 6 घंटा कौन मार्केट में जाए?
Manisha, will we spend in our
She
time in
will
the market?
spend, yeah, she
Time
will
when
spend,
her,
but still we
when
will not say have a
sir
good day.
when her husband gave credit card.
Yeah, but I still won't say that. I will say have a good time shopping. Have a good time shopping. Have a good time shopping. Mm. Okay, fine. Let's wrap up for now and let's meet tomorrow. Okay, yesterday what happened? You see, it was 8 o'clock. There were these students, sitting in front of me, waiting to talk to me. And I felt it was time for me to end the class. I didn't end the class earlier, in my own opinion. Okay, I had felt that it was time. And then they asked, "Sir, you ended the class?" Yes, I said, "Yeah." They said, "What is the timing?" I said, 7 to 8:30. They said, "Is it 8:30?"
That's
Then I
why I
realized,
was asking, sir.
yeah,
It's 8 o'clock.
yeah, that's when I realized, oh, that's when it hit me. It's not 8:30, it's only 8 o'clock. It was so hilarious, so hilarious. And it also tells you that how bothered I feel when I'm teaching my class and I have somebody waiting. Because when you guys are here, I'm talking to you, you're part of the class. But those guys were not here to attend the class, and I felt bothered. So for me, teaching is pretty much focused job. I have to be focused on what I'm doing when I'm teaching. I don't want distraction around me. Okay, fine. Let's meet tomorrow, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a good time.
Bye, sir. Good night.
Bye-bye. 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 Good night.
Bye,
Bye.
all of them.
Bye-bye.